What up, y'all? How's it going? Okay, well, let's get this party off and started, right? Good day sales yesterday. Decent day in sales. Not amazing. Where do we end up at? I'll tell you in just a second here. It was right around 500, I think. Yeah, a little bit better than Monday, 509, but pretty much almost exactly the same as Monday. Monday was 503, yesterday was 509. So, no complaints. About the same as last Tuesday. Yeah, so let's take a look at what's sold for the postcards, and then we'll take a look at what's listed, and then we'll get to the shipping. All right. So first up is the rare postcard that sold for the content on back and not the image on front. Image on front was the memorial at Cheeseman Park in Denver, Colorado. But the back of the card reads, which is the first photo on the listing, after Colonel Lindbergh flew to Paris in 1927 and after his return via ship, plane, then reassembled, he flew to 35 cities in the U.S. So happened that in the summer of 1927, we were in Denver the same day that Colonel Lindbergh made a landing here, to the rear of this memorial in the spirit of St. Louis. He waved and said hello to the group. This thrilled me so much that I kept in touch with his itineraries, and then on the 50th anniversary of his flight to Paris, I flew to Paris from Dulles Airport as a passenger on the New France Concorde, which that is the maiden flight of the Concorde, if I am not mistaken. From Dulles Airport to Paris in 3 hours and 55 minutes. So this person was essentially present for two of the most historic moments in commuter air travel, or just air travel in general, which is Lindbergh's victory tour after his first transatlantic flight, and then the first supersonic or whatever, the high-speed transatlantic flight of the Concorde. So I knew this was going to take a while to sell, just because it's not like you just look at an image. This was in fact the front image. It was going to take the right person to find it, read it, and want it. Took an offer on it for $30. Next three are the same customer. This is a arcade card / Mutascope card. This one's actually done by Exhibit Supply Company in Chicago. Just a good old cartoon of sexism in the workplace. Sold for $8.46. Customer also purchased this lady riding bareback. Bob Hall comic, $7.61. And this lady, another Bob Hall comic, getting frisky with the milkman, $4.46. Customer who bought two of these yesterday bought another one today. Indiana World Memorial, Indianapolis, $2.66. Smallest post office in the world, Okeechobee, Florida. There's a linen postcard of the smallest postcard in the world, but it's in Tennessee, and it's like a hole in the wall. This one sold also for $2.66, and the same customer purchased this card, which is just, there's not even a back on it. Look at that. How that? Well, that happens every now and then. Palm Beach, Florida skyline, $2.66 as well. Springfield, Massachusetts, 1910. Steamer Sylvan at the waterfront, sold for $4.46. Got a comic, Mollycoddle, germs that hang around street corners and stare at women. Look at that. They're peeking down at her ankles, her ankle is showing. How risque. Unposted, sold for $5.91. Been in the store for a minute or two. The RMS Empress of Russia battleship. I forget the story of this one. It had an interesting story. This is actually going to Australia. Took an offer for $20 Australian, which works out to some amount of money less than that. And then St. Andrews Golf Course, home of golf. Another high dollar $266 sale. And then had a fairly productive listing day yesterday. Cards of Humanity expansion pack, the Absurd Box, $12.95. This one I didn't show yesterday, but I picked it up on Sunday on my way to Mother's Day. It was in a free box on the side of the road. And I'm like, holy crap, this is a brand new ball mouse. It was open box, but clearly never had been used. Listed that for $40. I've sold these before and done pretty well with them. So that was a cool score for free. Listed the couple of the Invicta cases, $20 a piece on those, the white and the yellow. The other yellow had all the foam taken out, so I'm going to probably repurpose that. We've got these little figurines I bought for $1. They are Clothique Christmas elves. 25 on those. Here's the Fimo clay I bought last weekend garage sale for 50 cents or $1. Listed that for 20. Here's a calculator. I got this at one of the garage sales last weekend on Sunday, Mother's Day. I got this for $1, and you'll notice how I list every calculator. Worked great. Got it for $1. It actually just sold about 10 minutes ago for $15, full asking price. Got this from Amy in the chat. Really cute, kind of pink black handbag. It's from my flat in London. Pretty good condition. It's got a couple of little scuffs on it. Pretty clean though. Listed that up for $60 make offer. Cookie presses. The Winnie Pooh, $12. I think I paid $10 for all three. I don't remember. It was bundled up. So the Mickey one, another $12. The Donald one's a little more rare. Listed that for $20. Snow globes, Harry Potter for $15. Mickey Mouse for $11. This Kraken thing for $15. Seattle Seahawks Pop Pez. Got this from Amy as well, $7. Tron VHS. Threw it into VCR, works great, $10. The Ravensburger puzzle, I talked about this yesterday. I put it up at $35. Figuring what I'll do is just wait to get a watcher, then send out like a 10% off. Did free shipping on that one. Oops, showed it twice. There's that Transformers figure. The box was a little beat up here, so I went low, $13 on that. Wits and Wagers board game. Got this from Amy. I actually got a message yesterday on this. I'll show it in just a second. We'll come back to it. Azul board game, sealed. Also got this from Amy. This is a fantastic board game. This game, the people who made this also made another game called Sagrada, and both are so fun. You get a chance, play them. Buy them, play them. And then, so I got a message. Nope, that's not the one. Here it is. So probably about 10 minutes after I listed this. Hello, I'm really interested in the bracket item that you have for sale on eBay. I was wondering if there's any flexibility on the price. I am able to pay $14 plus shipping. I really like your store and appreciate your time. I would like to purchase this item from you. I'm able to pay immediately if we come to an agreement on a price that works for both of us. Thanks for considering my request. Much respect, Dan. All right. Now, chat. What do you make of this message? We're going to go take a look real quick at this. So first of all, he is a seller with 1,852 positive feedback. And then in just the last 12 months, he's only sold 68 items, though. So that should be a big hint. Ding, ding, ding. Carl, first to nail it. Yep. 100% dropshipper. My response. If I could find it. And this was like literally 5 minutes. I'm also about 100% sure you're drop shipping, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I'm aware of the price on the other platform. You're going to have to live with the 100% profit margin. It sells for like $55 on Amazon. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, don't lowball me 5 minutes after I list an item. Like, wrong answer. I don't care. Hey, if a dropshipper pays my full asking price, not a problem. But I'm not going to give you a discount, and so that you can make more money. Explain dropshipping. Basically, dropshipping is when you never touch the item. You purchase the item on one platform, or like you don't even purchase it. You find an item that is low priced on one platform. You list it higher on another platform without actually buying it. You don't have the item in hand. And then when the item sells, you purchase it from the platform where it's undervalued and have it shipped directly to the customer on the other platform. Which, one is against eBay's terms of service, but they don't do anything to police it. Two, I don't have a problem with. Like, if somebody wants to do that, like, I don't care. Like, if they pay my full asking price, like the odds you're going to get a return is almost nothing, because the return has to pass through the dropshipper to get to you, which, if it doesn't happen in the 30 days, that's fine. Also, it basically destroys the dropshipper's margin to have to do that, because they have to pay for the label to the customer to get it back to them. And unless it's an item not described case, they're probably going to have to pay for it back to you, which means they're not only destroyed margin, but they've lost a lot, a lot of times they'll lose more money than just refunding the customer. So I don't think drop shipping is a gamble either. I have no problem selling to them. I wouldn't do that, but yeah, that's true as well. All right. This one. Okay. So I've done, I think I've listed all the DVDs that I'm going to list for now. I've actually run out of room in my already now expanded DVD inventory space downstairs. So I actually have to sell some before I can list more, which I have never had that problem before. So I think I'm going to put those into the listing savings account, and those will get listed later this year. It's like, I don't know, I probably still have 30 or 40 that I can do, but I have nowhere to put them downstairs. I've already like had to do like makeshift on makeshift editions. And it is slightly precarious, but yeah, that stuff's going to get all boxed today and put away and listed at another time. What did I just... That one, Arthur. I still have some of the electronic stuff from this weekend. I've been testing the Google Pods, which I think I'm keeping one of those. I did keep the Samsung Watch, which is, I like it. I like that I'm tracking my steps now. I've been meaning to have something like that for a while, and the fact that I got it for $2, that's my kind of price. Ah, turds. Did I do that? I did do that. Oops. Arthur. James Vernon. All right, we're just going to reprint that. Yeah, I had 3 of those Google Home Pods, first generation. I am keeping one. I'll list the other 2 today. And then I've sort of got a lot of odds and ends left over from the weekend. So, and there's still stuff in my car. I still have to go through all of the records that I picked up. Maybe we'll do that after the show. We'll do show and tell on those. there'll definitely be time. It's not a crazy shipping day today. No real shipping challenges. Super easy. Steam ship here. I took out all of the standard size postcards out of these, but I keep finding them. I just got a text and responded to it. Obama's texting me now. You guys, I feel like I'm in the future. All right, let me catch up into the chat. Whoa, that's crazy. What up, Cameron? 3, that's insane. If it 3 18-wheelers to move a full warehouse of postcards, that would basically double your price, depending on where you're moving it to. They should, you know who's going to buy it? I almost guarantee you. Almost guarantee it. Mr. Buy-a-Lot's going to buy that collection. That's silly, I think. I think it's very good to have inventory that's not listed. I think that it's as long as you're managing it, right? Like, what's the problem? Oh, well, yeah, that could do it. Yeah, I don't think it would be Auction Professor. My bet would be Mr. Buys a Lot will buy that's got his name all over it. Yep, that's true. You would have to have the infrastructure already, I think. Okay. But that's a great opportunity for somebody if they can snag it. Like that's a lot of money though. Moving it out of there would be I really think unless you're removing it very close could easily cost as much as the items. Trucking is expensive now, especially it like got way more expensive in the past few years. Oh, these need to list. Where is my knife? There it is. Oh, I guess I have the here's Hayadis. I 'Grab more bubble mailers. Right? Do I have anything that's going bubble? Maybe not. I might not have anything going in bubble mailers today. $60K is not crazy for a warehouse full of postcards. But that's like I said, you've got to have infrastructure for that. You got to have a plan for that. And the one thing that is, I think, a little concerning is it says new old stock, right? Yeah, new old stock postcards. New old stock from when? That would be my next question. Are we talking a warehouse full of like? Is this like the old Dexter Press warehouse? Her father bought them, but does that? I mean, Yeah, right. 10,000 of all one card. Is that like that's going to be very difficult to realize your money back after you maybe sell what? Like, let's say you have 10,000 of one card. What's your best case scenario? You sell 100 of them, 1,000 of them. Like that seems very unlikely that you sell 1,000 of the same postcard to to 1,000 different people. Like, are there and that being profitable? I have postcards listed that I have 1 or 200 of, and I have sold 1 or 2 of them. And I think in one case, none of them. So yeah, I mean, there is you may also just be purchasing somebody else's albatross. Like it's way different if you're buying a warehouse that's a collection of collections, right? Like her dad bought postcards his whole life and just put them in this warehouse, and that's where they have lived for the last 25 years. That sounds appealing. I would suspect that they are probably linen or later. That's true. Less than a penny a card, but there's going to be extreme diminishing returns, and at some point, like you've flooded the market, and unless like yeah, I mean, you just have to know more about what the hell it is, right? It'd be interesting to hear from Popeye what's in there. All right, moving on. Got some interesting stuff going out today. I'm gonna pick this up at the Latvian rummage sale, and it was part of the whole box was $5, which this thing was stunning. Come on, stupid thing. Come on. Why is this not working? And we're back. This guy, Tenmokus. This is a little sterling silver lotus in the bottom. Beautiful teacup. Peacock design. Sold for $26.05 plus shipping. I don't think if I put it on camera, it's going to really do justice, but the color is amazing. I knew this was going to do well. There wasn't a lot of competition, and really nice presentation. I think any glass collector would probably be very happy with that. Yeah, my mouse died a minute ago. Here's that calculator. So if you guys recall from the Ray Charles incident, I knew better than to keep the battery attached. So what I do now is I leave the batteries in, but I don't connect them, and I flip them around. So the battery's still in there. It's just not going to corrode. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab something out of my car real quick. the nice things when I go to watch. The UPS store that I go to, they put out the heck. Just slipped into a wormhole. The UPS I go to puts out bags of air jackets, bubble wrap, because they're like a Amazon pickup place. And a lot of times people come in and just pick up their thing, pull the item out of the box, leave the box there. So they just put bags of free air jackets, bubble wrap out front, put a free sign on it. So whenever I do drop off at Goodwill, or not at Goodwill, at UPS, I get, free packing supplies. And they'll give me, if I ask for them, they'll give me boxes. So, can I go in there? Nope. The place has saved me a lot of money over the years on packing supplies. One out there. Perfect. And it's great. They leave it right by the door. So I go in, I drop off whatever package I'm dropping off, snag bag of stuff when I'm on my way out, and it's done. Can't beat free. Next up, Trogdor. Got that at the same place I bought all the media, all the DVDs. I paid $45 for everything at that yard sale. This sold for $50. And let's see, going to Modesto, California. 3 pounds. I put it in at 4, which means we're making a little bit of money. I need to go grab boxes from downstairs. I'll be right back. Great. Here to do this anyways. Let's see, what's the date today? All right, we're halfway through the month. We're halfway through the quarter, and I'm halfway through my air jackets, which means that I will probably be using my coupon next time on more of these. I'm just going to do this. There's a lot of extra space in there. A lot of extra cardboard. Just going to do a resize project. And one more for the kids. Where do we end up on that? 14. 10 by 4. Hey, that's not a terrible idea. Depending on what they are. It would be a little bit complicated for me. I don't really want to drive. It'd be expensive to get those back home. It probably costs more than $2,700 in a U-Haul truck to get those home. I'm not even 100% sure that they would all fit in a U-Haul. They probably would. Popeye fit 1 million in a truck, right? So all right, sold 2 lots of DMC thread. This is the Coordinate Special 80 and 60. $25 a piece. I'm gonna have to figure out shipping. I told the customer I would refund overage, so let's go to that page. Might be able to go first class. Indeed it will. View order details. Oh wait, it'll tell me how much they paid in shipping. $14.50, and it's going to cost $6.44 to ship. So I'm going to refund them $4. Because it is calculated, and the reason why I do that I don't give them every penny back is because it's calculated shipping, and I'm discounting to the calculated rate for £1, not to my cost for £1. Hey Google, turn off alarm. All right. Next up, sold a American Legion necktie. It's got a little logo there. Got this for free with a bunch of other neckties. Actually, I think I unboxed it live here. It sold for $8 plus shipping. Steve's scratching. All right, Ainsley, we can share a U-Haul. Cost savings. If Popeye can fit 1 million postcards into a U-Haul, we can fit 2 shares into a U-Haul. Since Cameron's out, we could probably fit a third if we had to. That actually makes it palatable. We can stop at mom and pop casinos on the way home and count cards to pay for gas money. Sold a game, Ramen Fury. Picked this up this last weekend. I paid. It was they were asking $1, but I bundled, so it was a little less than that. Sold for $4.95, and it's just going to Shoreline, Washington, which is a ferry ride away. Well, either we can count cards in casinos, Ainsley, or you can we can hustle pool if you know how to play pool. You know how to play pool, right? I don't. I mean, I know how to play. I'm just terrible. Unless I've had exactly 2 beers. If I've had exactly 2 beers, I'm amazing at pool for about 30 minutes. And then either I have to, if then that 30 minutes, if I keep drinking, I get worse at pool. If I let the beer wear off, I get worse at pool. So I have a 30-minute window that I can hustle pool. But if we don't get that game done and won in 30 minutes, we're going to lose. And typically, most hustles, you got to get in there and suck first. And then, because you got to reel them in, and then you blow them out of the water. So I guess I could lose while I'm drinking the first beer. And then, Popeye the Sailor Man, the second beer, 30 minutes, knock it out. I'd have to run the table. It's the only way. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, I would probably bring bags of change too. Bought a baseball mitt, purchased from that same sale. It was the same sale that I bought all the Scentsy stuff at. This is a Franklin Fieldmaster. Again, they had $1 on it, but I ended up bundling, so it was a bit more than that. So this is sold for $6.95 plus a shipping. Looks like I'm going to lose no, I'll break even on shipping. I'm just not going to make any money on it. This was actually the least expensive of the mitts that I bought that day. So, or the lowest listed. The other ones both I listed for like $12, $13. So, but they're so easy to list and so easy to ship. It's hard to pass up baseball gloves if they're in decent condition. Still have one more to list. It's not in great condition, but I still think it'll sell because it's the Ken Griffey Jr. mitt, adult size, but it's seen better days. But I think I can probably still get $10 for it. Darts and horseshoes even? Man, you're good at all. Ainsley, I'm sorry, I just called you man. I don't know. That's probably not your pronouns. If you want, I can go into like a 20-minute diatribe about pronouns, but I'm not. In any case, you're good at all the things that I am not at, which is basically what pub and parlor games. Y'all gotta be careful what you say, because sometimes I be lurking. All right, next up, sold a big ass pair of shears. Sold for $15.95. I forget where these came from. Where did I get these? They've only been listed a couple of months. Maybe I got them out of some of the free stuff. Probably, if I listed them in March, I probably got them for free. I noticed Dawn isn't here. Probably because she hasn't watched Sneakers yet and doesn't want to lose more points. Ah, nice. You just assume I'm always lurking. You're not. That's a good assumption. Because I watch most of my YouTubes on my TV, which means I'm not in the chat. Because I try to, keep concentrating on one thing at a time. If I start participating, I don't get anything done. Which just is, yeah. It's the truth. All right, what's next? Do that one. So this has been in the store for a little while. I have no recollection whatsoever where it came from, but I do know this. It's been in the store since pre-pandemic, and it is Star Wars collector magazine, still sealed. It's got some trading cards in the back. When was this from? Number 2, 19... no idea. But yes. I've been looking at this thing for far too long, and it's sold for $17, and it's going overseas too. All right, we're gonna try to be a little bit careful with our packing weight. I would really need to keep this under 8 ounces if I can. So what we're gonna do not using corrugated on this. This is like it's not like graded or anything or mint or any, like I'm not super worried about it. But I am using a record cover, which is going to be a lot lighter weight than if I were to use corrugated. Will provide some additional protection. I think that'll keep it under 8 ounces. 9. Dang it. Where's it going? Mexico. Huh. Well, it's already in a bag. I wonder if I take out the bag and board. I mean, the additional bag and board. If that gets us there. It could be an ounce. Let's find out. That's 8 ounces exactly. So that's what we're doing. Can I get it into with the poly mailer and still keep it at 8 ounces? 8.3. Can we trim just the smallest amount? We've got some room. This is a like a $6 swing in price, so I feel like it's worth it. Then we can get this into the poly. Oh, there's an extra piece of paper in there too that was giving us weight. We might be able to bring back that. All right, now we are at 7.2. Then poly bag 7.7. I don't think we're going to get the bag and board though. 8.7. All right, I feel like that's good enough though. It is insured with eBay Standard International, so if it's damaged, it's on them. Let's see here. $13 versus $19. That was worth the effort. Yeah, it's going to Mexico. $6 for 1 ounce is the difference between 8 and 9 ounces. Customer paid $20, so that puts me net $7 on shipping, which is, that's really good. Net $7 before fees. All right, next up, I sold 2 lots of Littlest Pet Shop stuffs. Whatever this is, they're just little lots of stuff. I don't know what better way to say it. What did they pay? $10.77 and $7.77, and they paid $10.90 shipping. I wonder if this is, see if this is going to go first class. 9 ounces plus 14 ounces. So if I can get it in the smaller box, which it should fit, 12.2 ounces. If I can remove another ounce there. So just let's talk about what the price difference is here between 12 and 13 ounces on a first class package. It's usually a couple of bucks. 12 ounces is going to be $5.17. 13 ounces is $6.60. So it's about $1.50 difference. That's enough to make some effort, right? So first thing we'll do heavy ass Ziploc out of here. Get a lighter weight poly bag in there. This is going to fit just fine. And we don't even need all of that. So we'll just... So our target here is 12 ounces. I think we're going to have no problem getting there. And it's stuff like this, it's not exactly breakable, so not super worried about breakage. So it means that we can play with our material quite a bit. I'm using lighter weight bubble wrap on this one. So we want this to spread out a little bit so that we can get a little extra purchase on the top. Maybe what we'll do is this. We'll get these small things. Void fill later. It goes in the trash. Let's see where that brings us. We are at 12.2 ounces, which is great. Because then we're just going to do that. And now we are at 11.9 ounces. Which is enough for the label. A couple pieces of tape. .0. I also like making extra money on shipping. You know, if it's 2 minutes for, you know, an extra $1.50, it's like $45 an hour. Right? So all right, next up, I'm going to put it on screen. This came from the pickup from my friend over in Seattle a couple weeks ago. I'm still working through some of that stuff, but here is, say, quality milk bottle. The pretty good sales rate on this particular brand. Not a huge dollar amount, but good sell through. $8. You know, it's a bulk buy, so hard to kind of determine what exactly my cost on it is. That entire buy, I'm $1,100 in. So, but I still have tons and tons to list, and have already probably sold half. I probably have half my money back already in a couple of weeks. So, so this bottle, I have Parcel Select on there, and I've been doing Parcel Select quite a bit lately, especially on smaller, heavier items, because sometimes it'll give me the option to go padded flat rate or flat rate envelope if I can get it in there. This thing is small enough that I can probably cardboard wrap the hell out of it, give it another layer of bubble wrap, and still fit it in a padded flat rate envelope. In which case, I will then make, so they paid $11.85 for shipping. Flat rate envelope is $8.30. I have to do a lot to protect this thing anyways, but it will fit. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give it cardboard wrap. Keeping it tight. That's what she said. Make sure that they're protected on the top and bottom very well. Also, milk bottles were made to be used and reused and recycled, so they're definitely a bit hardier than other glassware. So you have a little bit more, you don't have to be quite, it's not like fine, a piece of pottery or something like that. soda bottles, same sort of thing. I mean, it's not like you don't want to protect them, but doing the whole like loading a box in box is not really necessary, in my experience, anyways. Don't do this and then come blame me if you ship this way and your bottle breaks. I've had pretty good luck though. Knock on wood. There. Yeah. So that right there is now 2 layers of cardboard, 2+ layers of bubble, and we might be a little bit long on this, but it's about to get a 3rd layer of bubble. That's going to go in there no problem. And this is a good also use of your Scrappy Dappy Doo cardboard. So I just try to go in and fill. Doesn't matter about like whatever size or just whatever scraps you got laying around. Just give it extra layers. It's all about extra layers. This thing's probably got an inch on either side on this side, so it's not super crucial to get those, but I do want to just try to slide some inside there. I'll do that. And I just basically go until I don't have any more room. And the way I look at it is every little piece of that cardboard, if it hits on that, that's a shock absorber. We can also, if we want, just fill with some other padding. Get yourself a stick. Shove it down in there. That's what she said. Okay. There we go. Folding. We're there. Calling it legit. All right. We had a couple of postcard later arrivals, but we're not going to deal with those. Those will be tomorrow. We're going to pull out the records and see what we got there. The last item I'm going to put on screen because this is also from that buy. I'm not even going to try to avoid box and box because this is ceramic and not glass. Far more fragile. But this is Hull, Magnolia pattern, pink to blue. See the hull right there. There's the pink to blue or fuchsia to blue. Very pretty. There's the Magnolia. It's a little bud base. Yeah. So going all the way to Florida. So we are going to, this one is going to be cardboard wrapped and boxed in boxed. Boxed in boxed. We ain't gonna fuck around. It's basically already 2 pounds. So that we kind of overshot our length a bit on this. I need to not keep these plastic bags on the table because they constantly get stuck on the table. All right, we're good there. Get some ear jackets. All right. That is our last item. Let me send out some offers real quick and put these out. We'll grab some stuff and see what's in it. It's getting warm in here though, so I'm not gonna be doing this for a long time. Let's do 15% off. All right, be right back. All right, so in case you missed yesterday, I got these for free. We're just gonna go ahead and process the box. Basically, when I was at this sale, they didn't have them out, but I saw on their shelves when I was grabbing stuff. I asked about them and asked if I could look through them. They said, okay. Like, are you selling them? They're like, well, we're just going to take them to a record store and see what they would give us. And I'm like, I'll save you the trip. Or at least, like, save you from having to haul all of them. I'll pull out the ones that I think are good. And then you can do what you want with them. And then they just gave me the rest. So, and I was straightforward with them. I didn't, the stuff, there was a few, like, Brubeck albums, a few other things that I pulled out for them. Probably about 10% of them might have been worth $5. But it was just the stuff that I knew. There was just a bunch of stuff I didn't know for sure. Like this might be a few bucks. Van Cliburn, Tchaikovsky. Check the condition. It's a giant ass scratch, so that is going to be scrap. Perry Como, Shadow of Your Smile. Probably not worth much. Perry Como's Christmas is pretty good. I'll look it up. We'll find out. We'll see. Como's Golden Records. It's a record club release. Probably not worth anything, but it's really good condition in the shrink. Again, we'll look it up. Eddie Fisher twin set. Anytime. This is Eddie Fisher. Unfortunately, nobody cares. Scrap it. Ink spots. 99% of the ink spots is worthless. This could possibly be okay. Let's check the condition. Thrashed. Scrap it. Sergio Mendes, Brazil 66. This would only do good online. It does have the hype sticker. So I will probably list it. Let's double check the condition. Actually looks good. Cookie plays it cool. Organ. Sometimes the organ stuff could do okay. I'll look that up. Slaughter on 10th Avenue, Boston Pops. Decent condition. That might be okay. Look it up. Classical. Look it up. I just look up all the classical. Summer Place, Billy Vaughn. Probably, thrashed. Roger Williams. I don't even need to bother looking at the condition on that one. Benny Goodman Story. This is the motion picture soundtrack. Too bad it's thrashed. Scrap it. Sealed. Hansel and Gretel. Columbia Masterworks. I don't know how I missed this one. I would have had them take this to the record store. I don't even have to look that up. That's going to get listed. Nelson Eddy. Stout-Hearted Men. Dirty. Might clean up. I'll look it up. Songs of the Pioneers. Favorite cowboy songs. If this is decent condition, probably get listed. Yep, that's okay. 101 Strings. Scrap it. Danny Davis and the Nashville Brass live in person in the shrink. This is the Dynaflex. This thing weighs nothing. No idea. I'm going to have to look that up. Dukes of Dixieland. Sometimes Dixieland can be okay. Usually it's not. Kind of thrash condition. I'm like 90% sure that this is going to get scrapped, but not just yet. Longines at Symphonet Society. Automatic scrap. Nothing is worth it there. Music Man, original Broadway cast. Now this could be good. Decent condition. Ooh, and it's got the program in here. Oh, wow. some ephemera. That I get looked up. That was a little bit of a score. Bill Haley. What? Razzle Dazzle and 2 Hound Dogs. I didn't even see that there's a 45 in there. This is dirty, but that's okay. I'm going to sleeve it. This is classic rock and roll. So sleeve it, and I'm pretty sure that'll get listed. Andre Previn, Touch of Elegance. 6 Eye, Thrashed. Holiday for Strings. Whoa. No Brainer. Gershwin, Rhapsody in Blue, and Grove Grand Canyon Suite. It's RCA Bluebird. I'm going to look that up. Bluebird usually does pretty good on 78. So, oh, there's more 45s in here. Okay, Star. Nope, that's no problem. I can get rid of that. Letty Anderson is pups. Well, I'll look those up too. Okay. Fire and Romance of South America, 101 Strings. Letterman and Live. It's Thrashed. Firestone Christmas will get lauded for holiday instant party lots. Full Frequency Stereo, also same thing. Nutcracker Suite, same thing. I remember I cut up a lot of these records. What do we have here? 78, Alice in Wonderland, Ginger Rogers. That could be good. We will gingerly place that into the box there. Another Merry Christmas compilation for Grant's Department Store. Roger Williams, The Boy Next Door. Thrash. Treasury of Symphonic Classics. These were like Sears or something like that, if I'm not... subscription series. I'm going to just double check on that one before it probably gets scrapped. Victory at Sea is okay. It'll sit, but it'll be okay. This is a Christmas record without its sleeve. Petula Clark and the Shrink. Terrible Condition. Another 45, a couple more 45s. Patience and Prudence. J.P. Morgan. Those are probably going to go to scrap. Sheb Woolley. Never heard of it. Probably a decent condition record. We'll have to look that up. Golden Days of Radio, Jack Benny and Frank Knight. Sometimes these weird old radio things. Oh, it's Longines Symphony. Never mind. Scrap. Velvet Violins. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, condition. I'll look it up. The Cheers. Black denim trouser and motorcycle boots. It's warped. Exodus in the original cellophane. That, I feel like I have a copy of this. It's been listed forever, but I'll look it up. Andre Kostanelitz, Bolero. That's in good condition. That might actually be okay. Ravel's Bolero, one of my favorite classical pieces. Kingston Trio, scrap. Dmitry Tiomkin and his orchestra. Movie themes. Sometimes these can do okay. I know I cut this record up last year, the cover for the collage, but it could have been because the record was bad shape rather than it wasn't worth anything. I'll look it up. So this is basically what I do. This anytime I get a big bunch of records. I do a first pass and then a Ray Conniff. And then as I look them up, if they're not worth it, there's another of the Alice in Wonderland. So we'll look those up. This is 90 minutes of Christmas music, 3-record set in the Shrink, Realistic Records, which is Radio Shack. I'm going to look that up, but at worst case scenario, it goes into a Christmas lot. Mantovani, London Records. It's a great cover. Film Encores. It's got High Noon. I've sold Mantovani records before. They can do okay. It can dip into exotica at times. So this is a compilation. It's got Santana, Black Magic Woman, Bridge Over Troubled Water, Cecilia, Evil Ways, Santana, Me and Bobby McGee. It's a good record. Be in good condition. Good condition. I've never run across this. This is Hall of Fame Volume 9, 70-71, Top 10 Hits. That could actually be all right. We'll take a look. Jim Neighbors. Scrap it. Captain and Tennille. I know Captain just died, so maybe the records got more valuable. We'll check it out. They weren't valuable before he died. Another record club. These people were definitely in the RCA record club. It's all classical. Scratched. Really bad. That one's okay, but Benny Goodman story. I feel like there was already one of these. Hey! That is... What the hell happened to this record? Christmas songs. 18 Christmas songs. Decent condition in the cellophane. Tommy Dorsey with no sleeve. Oh, this is Christmas. This may go to that one set. Al Martino. Scrap. Herb Alpert presents Pete Jolly. Oh, that's extremely good condition. We'll look that up. All right, almost to the end. Music to remember from Lawrence of Arabia. That actually, I've not run across that soundtrack before. That could be okay. Pretty iconic movie. Engelbert Humperdinck sings for you. Sorry, Engelbert. I think you're going in the scrap pile. I think you're going to get looked up first, but then you're going in the scrap pile. Here's another record club collection, the stars and the hits. Dinah Washington, Pied Pipers. I'll look it up, but unless it's got... Well, those are pretty good condition, so that one is anyways. Oh, and there's another one. 3 records. I've got 2 and 3. I wonder if one's in the other box. Jerry Vale sings 16 greatest hits of the 60s. I know that, God, it's in the shrink, though. I'll look it up. Christmas, Mario Lanza. Neil Sedaka sings his greatest hits. Neil Sedaka has greatest hits. All right. Let me straighten these up a little bit. I'll grab the other box. Let me catch up on the chat, too. Ten people left. So anyways, well, maybe I'll save the other one for another time. I got to get to listing. None of this stuff is super pressing, so... but the last thing I usually do when I am... So we know these are all scrap. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 5. $25. That'll go in where all my other bundles are, and when I've got enough to start doing listings on those again, it'll make my life real easy for shipping. These will get recycled. And that's that. All right, everybody. That's it for me today. Thanks for coming along. Hope you all have a fantastic day. We'll catch you out on the flippy flop. Peace.